again. His herm's about to kill another beat. It's bona fide until I die. Rocking with an army fleet MCs. Rapping nowadays really ain't that hard to beat. I'm the shit like Hartman's cheeks. You're just trash garbage heat. There's a little part of me that doesn't wanna put him down. Arguing with artistry, I'm bringing heat every round. I know that I gotta win. Had to perfect the sound flow cold like a...
Alright, so welcome back to another low budget film. So yeah, I already had recorded this intro type shit, but I accidentally deleted it off my phone. But anyways, picked up a new S14 95 SE model Zenki. It was sitting for a couple years outside someone's apartment. From what I know, it's a little rough paint wise, has a couple dents, mostly clean, pretty clean actually. Physically like dirty, but it's clean. But yeah, so I needed a gas tank because it was cracked. I had one laying around. I installed it. It ran and drive. Actually didn't drive, it ran. I couldn't bleed the brakes because they had ABS and the fluid was all old. So I went with a ABS delete that I kind of had to piece together last minute, so I just see if it runs and drives. And it does, it stops, it goes. It does need a little bit of a tune-up. Hopefully just a spark plugs, oil change, basic shit. But yeah, I mean, this is a new project that we'll probably get started on when I get some time. I have a lot of shit to do right now. Have to work on my main 240, and then another IS I picked up I need to fix. So that's that. Show you guys real quick. Brother's LS sitting over there on the 19 Yankees. That's the Sisters Miata under that cover. Now, we did get the RX-7 back from paint. I'm gonna go show you guys that right now. So now I'm gonna get back to working on this thing. So I know this video was supposed to be about the 350Z getting wrapped, but I just went ahead and finished everything off camera and it's done already. So yeah, now I'm gonna go back to we'll just keep going with the 240 right here. Got some days off, got 2 days off just specifically so I can work on this thing. First things first, gas tank's going back in, subframe's going back in. I gotta get it on the ground so it's rollable, and then I can move it around if I have to, but that's the main goal, get it back on the subframes and on wheels. Start hammering some shit for the wheels so I can clear it, and then go from there.
Terms about to kill another beat. It's bona fide until I die. Rocking with an army fleet MCs. Rapping nowadays really ain't that hard to beat. I'm the shit like Hartman's cheeks. You're just trash garbage heat. There's a little part of me that doesn't want to put him down.
Alright, so quick small update. I was mostly doing a time lapse the whole thing only because I've already, like I said, mentioned already, I've already done videos on how to remove the gas tank and subframe, and all I did was basically do the reverse. I installed them, got the gas tank in, got the subframe in, everything's bolted up. I need to do a tying up later on. Got some rollers for now in the back. They're going to be on there for a bit. I'm about to bring the rear end down now because everything's done down there. And I want to go start working on the front subframe install, and I will wash this once it's in there. I kind of have a game plan in my mind already, so don't worry about it being dirty and shit. I am going to go through this thing and clean it, but I'm just going to do it. I just need the car rolling for just in case something happens, I need to move it, whatever. But yeah, front subframe is next up there, so I'll probably do a time lapse on that.
You win with artistry, I'm bringing heat every round. I know that I gotta win. Had to perfect the sound flow cold like a somber wind. Chins I might be checking now, not giving up on any dreams. That's how I'm gonna live this life. Teach my nephew right from wrong.
Alright, so give you guys a walk around of the FD before I forget. Oh, and the 350Z FD. It's all painted. Really went over the color. That new Lexus color, Matador red, close to it. There's that. So that's done. 350Z also done, wrapped. I forgot what kind of yellow, but loud yellow. and with a little carbon accent on the little spoiler and on the roof. I think it looks good. That way it's not too much yellow. But here they are. Also in the fucking driveway right now. I need to fix that little bumper gap between the bumper and the hood, but this is probably the thumbnail right here. So yeah, show you guys that. That's done. That's out of the way because I haven't showed them. Back to the 240. I got it rolling last night. I got it on wheels. So now I need to cut some shit. I need to cut the overs in the back for the bigger wheels, and I need to clearance everything up front, which I don't know what all I'm gonna need to cut, but today is basically cut until I can get it to fit properly. So that's all I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna mount the rear bumper and the side skirt so I know where to start up here. Cause otherwise I might cut down here and side skirt won't have nothing to hold on to. So I'm gonna mount them up temporarily and then mark it out and see what goes, how far I gotta go. I think I gotta go as high as this. I think I marked that on the old 240 before it got sold. So I probably need to go up as high as that, but I'll do a little bit of time. I'm gonna cut it really clean this time, unlike last time, which I didn't even cut. But it'll be cleaner this time. That way whoever welds it can not struggle as much, hopefully. But that's what we're gonna do today. Just chop, hammering, clearance this shit once again.
Raise you right, that's another song, a different topic that I gotta write. Let me get back to the basics, face it. Saying that you're underground, you never seen a basement. I chase it, I want 6 zeros on bank statements. I want my mom relaxed, I worry when she's anxious. Every verse a flagrant, aimed at the latest, lamest rapper.
Alright, so I did the first cut, which I think I might have fucked up because I put these wheels in front of the camera, so I'm not sure how much you guys saw, but either way I cut this side out already. I already did the other side, passenger side. So now I'm gonna cut slits just using this because trying to save the cutting wheels for some actual damage. So I'm gonna cut some slits in here, hammer this bitch up, clean it up a little bit, the edges and shit, and then test fit the wheels, and then see how much more I have to cut. Hopefully not much more. That's the next step. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, and we'll show you guys probably when I am ready to test fit wheels. It does fit currently, and it does spin, but it is off the ground obviously. So once I lower it down, I'm gonna see what else I need to clearance. I'm gonna guess this corner slightly over here. And I'm gonna leave all these tabs. I'm just gonna clean them up a little bit so when I take it to the fab shop, he can actually weld this shit shut this time instead of it being open like I had it last time. So now I'm gonna work on the other side. Here's this side. It's already chopped up kind of. I'm gonna hammer it up because that's what I'm gonna need to do. That's what I need to do on the other side. So I'm gonna pound all this shit up with a hammer, test fit, mount the wheel, and then we're gonna drop it down and see where it's gonna fucking rub, because these wheels are massive and they're a pain in the ass. They were a pain in the ass to fit last time. Just need a shit ton of camber, but get in there. Alright, so this shit clears for the most part. It's gonna rub a little bit right there. I'm gonna let it clearance itself out, and besides, I think when I take it to the fab shop, they'll probably clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna clean it up too, but they'll probably clean it up way better than I will, and then weld it to this part of the metal. Alright, so last time I ended off, I think I was showing you guys the rear overs. I need to mount them up today, hopefully get around to actually mounting them on, at least a couple rib nuts in, so they're held in place at least. Right now I went back to the front. I'm gonna have to clearance out the front for these big ass wheels so they can turn with minimal rubbing. There will still be rubbing, but at least it'll be minimal. Right now I'm pulling the column back in. I'm gonna turn the wheel and see where it hits, cut, and basically keep doing that until I have enough clearance. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to cut up all this again and have it retub. I'm already expecting to cut that out, but for now I'm just gonna go put the column on. Alright, so the column's off. wheels are off because I need to clear it, obviously. So far, all I did I've done is I cut slits on here and then pound it out with a hammer. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit more so it doesn't look as shitty. But for now, I'm just trying to clearance them out. Then I'll get to making it look nice. I know I'm gonna have to beat all this shit up again, like pound it up. Cause that last time I think I grabbed a torch, warmed this shit up, and then started beating on it. But I'm trying to do minimal beating this time. Now I'm gonna start cutting the tubs out. Kind of marked it. I'm gonna cut a little bit at a time, and then if I need to cut more, then I'll cut more. But I'm trying to keep as much metal as possible, but we'll see how that works out because I don't think it's gonna work out the way I'm thinking it is. Alright, so not sure. This might be the last update because I need to go buy some parts. I'm out of cutting disc, and I need to get some rib nuts so I can mount the rear overs, like I mentioned. Really trying to do that so I can keep going from there. I need to mount at least the rear overs and the front fenders. That way I know everything fits properly with enough clearance. So then I continue to thinking about the next step, which would probably be a fab shop and rebuilding the motor. But I'm gonna go buy some parts. This might be the last update, like I mentioned. I need to finish cutting this out. It is a really rough cut. I'm gonna need to cut more. I already tested it. I need to cut out all this shit out. I'm going to continue hammering away on this part so I can have a little more turning radius. So I might need to go get a fucking torch, heat that shit up really hot, and then beat on it. Same on the other side. Turning this way, it hits right here, so I'm going to need to chop this little section off right here. But like I said, I need more cutting disc, need rib nuts. And I think besides that, we should be good to go. But yeah, small progress, small update video. We'll make another low budget quality progress next time, and then we'll go from there.
I'm living and I'm feeling great. I know I got you hooked on fishing, fixing up a dinner plate, coming with your dominance. Now it's just herms. If you know, then you know I've always had a way with words. Writing verses is a destiny. Others say a curse. If I'm spitting, that's a warning. I'm confident when at work. I'm coming with your dominance. Now it's just herms. If you know, then you know I've always had a way with words. Writing verses is a destiny. Others say a curse. If I'm spitting, that's a warning. I'm confident.